And he made 80 of them. And it took the 81st one that kind of got near the crease to actually force the error. And it's 30-11. We're going to see this thing kind of repeat itself time and time again. That's a rip. And this is what they do so well as well. They just are actually seemingly lobbing ball, but they're always ready to drive at the same time. You see it. He's very good, Salazar, at taking his back end from the middle and flying it into where Mark Powers is right now in the gray shirt, into his alley. He slings it the other way. Oh, Nuñez! Body blow right there.
Scored from Nuñez, and you know, this is a big spotlight on these guys, and none of them I expect to back down.
Yeah, that's the ball they're going to use. Longer through the court. I expect Nuñez to keep taking these, though. This is the move that they're going to try and do. And it was kind of a signature play from Hughes and Powers as well. It worked for them really well for a variety of reasons. You know, Powers is a little better at the shutdown volley, like closing off, and Hughes' overhead was extremely explosive. And so this one here, they're going to keep going around. See, he's got to wind around every time, and he's done a good job mixing from one to the other, and they're all, Patty.
Brad, 2 clubs in the country with curling. Right here, the country club. Name the other one.
Oh, Exmoor. How about that?
Mike Raleigh, running Team Nationals, first weekend in April.
That's great. And the lefty spin. Patty Hogan trading card, the whole thing, the playing card. Statistics on the back. Tough chase, good play. It's going to make him do it again.
Yeah, we're back to the matchup at the start of the match where Nuñez would look up and you see that royal blue t-shirt coming your way. And force the volley error.
Oh!
Holy cow.
Yeah, good dig.
Wow. Mark Powers hitting an overhead, Brad. We haven't said that much in this set.
Well, they're going to get back to this strategy here. This is the shot. This is the play. And that was good. He goes middle first, side back. He's working him. Now the long one through. Yep.
Right, so even though Powers got a couple looks, he did not want to continue taking the overheads. He yielded immediately. He hit 1 or 2 just to keep it neutral until they could get the ball back on Nuñez's paddle for another overhead into that deuce court.
You are 100% correct. Sneak one in, like quickly over there. And that's the whole idea. So 15-40. Set points here. 15-30. Close to the business end of the set. Powers Hughes playing a really good set. Mixing up the spin overheads, and their strategy is perfect at this point. Yeah, here we go, back to it.
Right, so they dump a couple over toward Regalado over in that court, and then that's it.
Mark Powers is incredible hand. Again, he stays up there, which is, he's bold, and he definitely is bold. And there are aspects of it. I love what a shot from Powers. They're getting a couple leg court that he just missed again.
And I love that. It's the repetition. That's what you get from the volleyball machine. You can practice shots over and over, and Powers just failed to execute on that overhead, and you saw him use a lot of leg just in that practice swing, Brad. Just so he knows, he's just got to reinforce the positive at all times because he's got to make that shot all the time for the rest of this match.
Nuñez has spent this entire time. It's the first time he went into the green. He's been inside the court, baiting these guys to come after him and moving up like this, one after another. And he's 3 of them, and they know it's coming. Oh, they turn around Powers, but he does inside out backhand from the forehand side, which is what you practice all the time.
Absolutely.
Just in case those things happen. Here we go. Let's see if there's the switch again. And now he's carving in here. They're still going to go for Salazar, and that's the idea. And I thought we would see.
Okay, so tough to get it off that screen.
Yeah, a lot of Regalado's creativity that you're talking about also comes from he just has great hands. He can put pace on quickly. He takes it off. He's got a really good drop volley. If he's ready for it, they're spinning him around again even. Here he goes. This is the move that's really been working. Now he's going to go to the side wire and back. Totally just washing machines him. He's spinning around, and that's good.
I go. Yep. Watch it. Yep.
And there is some sun out there. It's worse for the righty. Not on this side. There's no sun on the side. On the side that Regalado and Salazar are on, if you're at the net and you're right-handed, there is definitely sun in your face when you're hitting it. And that's the other great thing that Nuñez and Powers have. Nuñez can take the overheads, and they have no problem with the sun on either side.
You go. You go. I go. I go. Watch it. I go. I go. I go.
Did Mark Powers and Nunez get John Hughes to come to town and have John help Guillermo with his overhead, because he's got that feel going here for me.
He's working a ton of great overheads. I think John Hughes, the reason why he's not here, he's got too many things going on with the kids, and he had an amazing career. 4 finals, 1 championship, incredibly athletic, probably bled more than anyone else. Always in the tournaments, he would be on the ground at some point. Oh, what a shot there. Handcuffs Powers, completely frustrated, trying to do more. And then they would make an error. Then they would get a point from there and a point from a drive, and then they would just sort of keep working it through. Powers Hughes, they just keep on the attack, and they're not the ones missing. He's working these overheads from side to side. And there's a real finisher from Powers. The backhand to deuce, it's almost the mental energy of being up 40-15 too, and then making a couple of loose little errors like a fault in that easy ball that he kind of, I guess he just misplayed it. The honest truth is he didn't see where it was going. I always love that. Powers does that flip volley almost better than anyone in the country. He just, it's like you think he's going to let it go, and he just sticks his hand out. Great touch. Oh, good block, and then the quick move. Powers covers. And all these things that are happening, you know, Nuñez, good move there. Powers is used to that stuff from his time playing with Hughes. Hughes was constantly looking to blitz forward too. Their coverage of each other is something Powers very, very familiar with. So the stuff is pretty seamless for him. Playing with a lefty who wants to be moving forward like that. Great blocks. That block lob stealing time, pushing him back, leads to an easy drive for Powers. Now they're back up. Here's where they've gotten better. The lobs are going in. Before we saw one spin overhead after another. Now they're starting to just kind of a little less. Ooh.
See, I like that little addition of that chip on the low ball that Alvy's hitting there from that deuce court. You know, just kind of get some shots low, and obviously if they're low, you're not going to face an overhead. It's dangerous because they can drop you on a dime if they're in close, if you hit that off-speed ball, but I like that Regalado's throwing that low ball in here.
Yeah, it makes them close back in, and it works for them once they're able to establish this type of rhythm where they're lobbing them off. These guys aren't attacking on the constant attack. Now it's like they're off the net, hanging around. Here we go. This is a good attack, and see if they can get a few more here. But since they've made this switch, the ability to get these guys moving a lot less. There's a bail. I love it. Nuñez, he just does not bail. He's like, I will stay here. And he's committing to a spot on the court, which is also great. Oh, what a great lob. He's holding it well. Oh, can't reach for that. Like a posthumous team name? Or like, it seems a little, it's very sad. It seems very sad.
I'm sorry, Brad. I didn't mean to make you have a sad moment.
Oh, look at those hands! That's insane. Nuñez, he's so brazen.
And great pickup from Salazar right there. Huge point.
Yeah, he picked his spot beautifully. And, you know, Nuñez and Powers made about 5 or 6 really good shots prior to that just to stay in the point. You know, and these guys, what a play. Insane turnaround drive there from Nuñez. Screen drive coming. Oh, those hands are just so good from all the players. That's well done. They are reading the places to slide this ball. They got to lob them off the net. Make sure they're taking a drive when the guys aren't there. Oh, this is going to be a nice transition. They don't mind this, though. Play the other direction. With that shift. Oh, that's so good right there. That's just incredible athleticism. Hit the seam too. Good dig. Just waits on that perfect amount. Through the legs. That's going to die. What a dig there from Powers.
That was awesome.
They're going to work on them. These are all really good overheads. Yeah, this is incredible stuff right now, Patty. These players are up in their levels. And we're settling in. This is the first time I haven't seen Nuñez like running around for every single ball. He's like standing in there waiting. Look, he's just like ready. Oh, little miscommunication.
Brad, do you think he should keep doing the dodge and the dash and just keep moving in and out like that? Or do you think he should settle in a little bit?
I think he's got to pick his moments.
Right, not do it all the time.
Correct. And that's a great play. Picks in hard. Pushes the, yeah, they're pressing a little now, and Powers has kind of lost his forehand a little bit. Yeah, they got to get something back. And like I said, after that first set when they were struggling staying in the points, they go into the zone where they don't miss. And then they still bring the offense. And now every error you make, and Nunez-Powers are making a few, it's just compounded. So solid. And these guys are right on the doorstep of the year when you said like that. And that's the one we were talking about where he's able to cut.
Regalado, Salazar, tournament number 5 seeds here. Blake Anderson has lobbed a question into you, Brad. Are you ready for it?
I am ready for his lob question.
He doesn't know the answer, but he says, can you remember the last time someone out of the top 4 seeds won nationals?
Oh, that's an amazing question. I'm going to go with Johan Durant in 2010.
You just can't stump Brad. Come on, Blake. Give us a tougher question.
What else you got for me, Blake? Although on the women's side, I wouldn't think Maciel, the women's side has probably happened a couple of times. I mean, clearly a few times, 2011, 2012 with Zink and Prendergast. I wouldn't think Macy Elliott and Redesno were a seeded team.
Definitely not a top 4 seeded team.
That's the overhead that you're talking about, which I agree with. He can only hit it from certain spots, and he's going to, like we said, he's going to have to move
Well, I feel like
over and go across the court again, which can work, but he's, you know, they're going to have to figure out some positioning moves afterwards, and it's definitely not something they've practiced. But I don't disagree with you. I think it would be the play.
Well, I feel like for Nuñez, it's important for him to keep hitting the shots. Like, I feel like the more shots he hits, the more touches he gets, the better he plays.
Yeah.
Where in that first set, he played 80% of the shots, and Powers was perfectly fine with it. He just backed off and let Nuñez, you know, go after all the overheads, and obviously the switch in the backcourt from Regalado and Salazar caused them to, you know, have to bail on that strategy.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he does seem like a volume hitter. He loves it. The more he gets to run and hit, the better he feeds off of it. Powers can do either. It doesn't matter. He's fine waiting it out and then striking a ball 20 balls later. He just seemed like an energy volume player. They've just done such a good job, and the switch in the backcourt. This is the one right here. That's the ball. That is the ball right there. And I think they, you know, they've been doing it all season, actually. To a bunch of the teams. These guys are just rock solid. Look at that.
I love what Nuñez is doing right here. Like, I want him to hit a lot more balls. That's what I'm saying.
This
like,
is the one. That's the one.
right. I want him to try to
troubles.
take over.
Yes! Did he get underneath the net? What are we saying here?
I think that's the first ground stroke Salazar's missed in about an hour.
I mean, these guys are, the level's really high. Some misses here and there, but the level's really high.
I go. I go, Kira. You go, then.
Yeah, you hear Nuñez calling it. I go. He wants the ball.
You go.
Oh, I like that. It was like a mini little hard over. He slapped it at him.
I go.
Good job from Salazar getting out of the way. Here's the cutter. This one's going to be tough. Yes! He moved the wrong way first. He's been ducking those and letting him.
What a phenomenal serve from Salazar.
1-2 right there.
That quieted the crowd, Brad, and it quieted you even, I think.
Take a minute, Patty.
I go. Yeah. I go. Yep.
See, that's what.
That's
That's
the
it.
one. And that's been the #1 overhead for the. So 6-all. Nuñez to serve.
I think they got caught up in the moment, Brad.
Maybe.
You know, you're looking for the end line, and you know Salazar had a shot that he pulled the trigger a little too early. You know, they both did, and Nuñez and Powers, huge sigh of relief. 6-all, third set.
Oh, Powers. Oh, he's just falling over almost there. He stays right, though, but it looked like for a moment he was going down. Another help call. And another one. So, Plummer's back there. All these players know when the ball's going right to the corner. They call for help almost every time. They should be if they're not. Gosh.
Sick hands
Sick
from
hands.
Nuñez right here.
It's smart there from Regalado to go back to the lob. Their mantra isn't drive, drive, drive. Their mantra is spot drive, then lob them off the net a bunch of times. Spot drive.
Right, they need to lob here.
Yes.
They've got to lull Nuñez and Powers again.
Oh my goodness, this level is insane.
Oh, crazy. Love it, Brad.
It's coming.
I go. Yep. That's me. Yep. That's me. Yep.
That's a great lob. There's a perfect push overhead. You can dump that ball to Regalado's
That's you.
backhand. It is the safe spot. You do have to watch Salazar move into the middle, but that right there where Mark Powers just hit that ball, that's too close. Yeah, that's going to get ripped. Oh, Jesus. Oh! What? That's amazing. Again, that's easily gotten that time, but just this is the athleticism that allows these guys to play so many styles, Regalado and Salazar. That's two probably winning shots that they're just getting.
I go. You go.
Oh!
Oh my gosh.
Once again, Nuñez. Everything it could be. And it's not over. Nuñez coming in again, pressures the ball over to Powers. They have to go there. They're blitz move. That's going to be trouble. That's trouble.
Great close volley there.
Well, time. Between
Oh my
the
gosh.
legs. That's outrageous.
Holy cow. That was an unbelievable shot.
These guys are showmen. Natural showmen, and a block lob miss again.
It was spectacular. And then,
Look, that was a really
I
good
mean,
overhead.
That was a great overhead, but Powers doesn't miss that overhead typically. He doesn't miss that screen. This is amazing. This is like the heavyweight battle, and it's punch, counter punch. Great action.
Good luck. Great transition back.
Great anticipation from Nuñez in that moment.
I go here.
That's good lob there.
I go again. Sorry.
Nuñez wants it. Get out of here, Mark. I want to hit a lefty overhead.
I go. Yeah. I go. Yeah. You go there. I go. Yep. I go here. Yep. I go. Yep.
Right. It's that lob coming from that deuce court where then Nuñez can kind of light up that overhead.
I go. Yep. I go. Yep. I go here. You go there.
Yeah, they gotta make
Yeah, they-
spot those balls there. That's what they want. Not Nuñez carving it. Even recently, as good as Regalado's been,
Go.
he's getting exposed a little here and there against the Nuñez overhead.
I go. Yep. I go. I go.
That's gonna die. Nice play.
That's it. That's the shot I
That's
wanted him
going
to take.
wide. Powers gives him the point. Another up. Yeah, that he's reading that. And hitting that shot isn't helping him there, that off pacer. I'd like him to bring out the howitzer or lob. Unless he's got the right type of situation. And the right type of situation is not impress in. This is big. Transition. Well done. No. Out. Game, set, and match for Mark Powers and Guillermo Nuñez. And what a match it was, Patty. I'm going to step out. You carry us through. I'm going to do an interview with our winners and our finalists. That was some incredible stuff.